나 가져. 자, 기저귀 갈 때 이렇게 바람 붙여줬어, 엄마가.
It all began when song Hye Kyo uploaded a short clip to her private story. Yes, her private story, the one she rarely uses unless she's feeling especially soft or sentimental. But of course, you know how things go. Something that precious doesn't stay private for long. Within minutes, screenshots and whispered descriptions had spread across fan communities. And soon after, the entire internet was buzzing. Why? Because the clip showed Lee Min-ho, mega superstar, global sensation, heartthrob of millions, down on the floor, completely lost in laughter, playfulness, and pure fatherly love as he entertained their twins. Lovely viewers, imagine this scene for a moment. Min-ho in a simple white t-shirt, hair slightly messy, not styled, not perfected, just natural and effortlessly handsome. He sits cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by colorful toys scattered everywhere like tiny confetti of joy. In front of him is one of the twins, clapping excitedly as Min-ho makes goofy faces. On the other side, the second twin crawls determinedly toward him, giggling in that magical baby laugh that melts every heart that hears it. And right in the middle of both children, Min-ho pretends to faint dramatically whenever they touch his cheeks, sending them into fits of laughter over and over again. Song Hye Kyo didn't say a single word in the clip. She didn't need to. Her soft giggle behind the camera said it all. You could hear the quiet joy in her voice, the kind that comes from watching the person you love being the best version of themselves without even trying. She zoomed in a little, capturing Min-ho's playful expression as he looked over his shoulder and jokingly said, "Are you filming me again?" And the twins responded by throwing themselves onto his lap, making him burst into laughter so genuine that fans described it as the purest sound they've heard all year. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Fans were absolutely losing it, writing things like, "I never thought I'd see this side of Lee Min-ho. He was made to be a dad." And Song Hye Kyo really married the right man. Even fan pages that usually stick to formal updates suddenly became emotional, posting captions like, "This is the cutest thing in the entire world, and our hearts cannot take this level of sweetness." The clip was only a few seconds long, but it felt like a full movie to fans who had been rooting for this couple for so long. Lovely viewers, the best part is how real everything felt. This wasn't a photo shoot, wasn't a staged PR moment, wasn't a curated image. This was everyday love in its purest form. Quiet, joyful, messy, and beautiful. The toys on the floor weren't arranged neatly. The living room had soft blankets, tiny socks, and baby items sprinkled around, showing the reality of parenthood. And Min-ho, he looked completely at home, completely at peace, completely happy in a way that no script could ever replicate. People who saw the clip described how soft his eyes became whenever he looked at the twins. It's a look that every parent knows, a mix of pride, amazement, and overwhelming love. At one point in the clip, one of the twins tried to hand him a small toy, and instead of just taking it, Min-ho leaned in exaggeratedly, acting as though the toy was the most magical object in the world. The twins squealed with excitement, and Min-ho played along perfectly, making them feel like they were sharing the greatest treasure ever. What really made fans melt was the tender moment at the end of the video when one twin crawled into his lap and rested their tiny head against his chest. And Min-ho, without missing a beat, immediately cupped the child's head with one hand, humming softly and swaying side to side. That subtle instinct, protective, gentle, natural, was what made everyone say, "Oh, he was born for this." And of course, because fans are brilliant detectives, they began analyzing every detail of the background. They spotted a family photo frame on the shelf behind him showing a blurred picture of Min-ho holding both twins in his arms. They noticed baby books stacked on a low table, matching pajamas draped on a couch, and a soft pastel playmat covering the floor. Everything in the frame screamed warmth, comfort, and a peaceful, happy home. Song Hye Kyo's caption, a tiny white heart emoji, sent fans into complete chaos. They began interpreting it as a message of love, gratitude, and pride. Some said it meant, "My heart is full." Others said it symbolized pure love. Whatever the interpretation, everyone agreed that the heart perfectly captured the emotion of the moment. Even celebrities reacted quietly. A few close friends of the couple dropped subtle likes or tiny comments such as "aw" or "this is everything," fueling the online frenzy. Magazine outlets quickly picked up the story, writing articles about Lee Min-ho's gentle fatherly charm and Song Hye Kyo's little peek into their family life, making the clip even more viral. What made people even more emotional was how rare it is for Hye Kyo to share private moments like this. She is famously protective of her personal life, so for her to post such an intimate scene means it must have touched her deeply. Fans believe she wanted to share her joy. Not brag, not show off, but simply express love in a quiet, honest way. And that authenticity is what made the moment so powerful. Lovely viewers, imagine how many hearts softened when people saw Lee Min-ho smile not as the charming actor on screen, but as a father. Warm, playful, relaxed, filled with love. Imagine how many people whispered, "This is happiness." Imagine how many fans cried simply because the scene made them believe in love again. As the clip spread across social media, one thing became immediately clear. This wasn't just a funny or cute video. It was a rare glimpse into the kind of family love that many people dream about but few get to witness. Fans began posting heartfelt messages about how this simple scene reminded them of their own childhoods, or of quiet moments with parents, siblings, or loved ones. They were sharing memories of being held, of laughter, of bedtime stories and small gestures of care that had meant everything. Suddenly, Min-ho's private, joyful play with his twins became a mirror in which fans saw their own emotions reflected, and that resonance made the moment feel even more powerful. What also captured attention was how Min-ho interacted with each twin individually. He didn't rush, didn't prioritize one over the other, and he made sure to give each child full attention. Fans noticed that whenever one twin crawled over to him, he paused whatever he was doing, turned fully toward them, and engaged completely. He clapped with them, made silly faces, and even whispered softly as if sharing a private joke. It was small, tender actions like these, tiny but deliberate, that showed his deep awareness and love for both of his children. And lovely viewers, isn't that the kind of parent we all aspire to be? Someone present in every little moment, making each instant count. Meanwhile, Song Hye Kyo's presence in the background added another layer of warmth. Though she remained mostly behind the camera, her soft laughter could be heard in the video, punctuating Min-ho's playful antics and the twins' giggles. It wasn't intrusive, it wasn't performative. It was a quiet acknowledgement of the happiness she felt witnessing her husband and children. Fans instantly noticed this, commenting on how the clip reflected the kind of partnership and teamwork that many admire but few openly see. She wasn't just filming a cute moment. She was sharing a piece of their life, a piece of their hearts, with people who had supported them for so many years. As the clip circulated, the response from fans became almost a communal celebration. People began editing short compilations with soft music, highlighting Min-ho's smiles, the twins' laughter, and Hye Kyo's gentle giggles. Others shared stories of their own family bonds, inspired to reconnect or spend more quality time with loved ones. Some parents admitted that watching the video made them realize they had been too busy, too distracted, or too tired to fully engage with their children, and vowed to change. In this way, a simple moment of play transcended the family itself, creating waves of love and reflection around the world. But lovely viewers, it didn't stop there. Those who worked closely with the couple revealed that this playful side of Min-ho wasn't staged. It was his natural personality shining through. A staff member shared, "He's always been attentive with children, but seeing him with his own twins, it's like he's discovered an entirely new dimension of joy and patience. He laughs freely, he plays without worrying about anything else, and he's completely himself." Another added, "Song Hye Kyo admires this side of him deeply. She told me he's become even more loving and thoughtful since becoming a father. It's inspiring to watch." And yes, fans couldn't help but notice the little things. The way Min-ho's hands moved as he guided the twins gently during play, the way he occasionally leaned back and let them crawl over him, the small, tender kisses he placed on their heads, and the way his eyes softened every time he looked at them. These were not only parenting skills, they were moments of unconditional love, patience, and presence that resonated deeply with anyone watching. Many fans said that seeing this side of Min-ho made them feel as if they were part of the family, as if they could step into the room and quietly share the laughter and love that radiated from it. Lovely viewers, another detail that made this clip so special was how it showcased the balance in their family life. While Min-ho was completely absorbed in playing with the twins, Hye Kyo's laughter reminded viewers that she, too, was an equal partner in the joy and responsibilities of raising their children. It wasn't about one parent performing or dominating attention. It was a shared, harmonious love, a partnership that seemed effortless because it was rooted in genuine affection. Fans everywhere noticed and celebrated this balance, posting things like, "This is the marriage goals we've been waiting for. They truly love and respect each other, and a perfect family moment." As the story of the clip spread, even celebrities and colleagues expressed their delight. Some left subtle messages of praise or small heart emojis, others commented privately with admiration, and a few even admitted that they had rewatched the video multiple times just to experience the warmth again. Social media buzzed not with gossip, drama, or speculation, but with joy, gratitude, and admiration, a rare and beautiful reaction in an online world that's usually chaotic. What made fans emotional beyond words, however, was how this simple video encapsulated the idea that love and happiness often exist in the smallest, most ordinary moments. A smile, a giggle, a shared joke, a gentle touch. These were the moments that defined Min-ho and Hye Kyo's family, moments that the world rarely gets to see but can still feel through the screen. Fans felt lucky, grateful, and inspired to witness such a private, intimate glimpse into the life of a superstar who was, at that moment, simply a father playing with his children. And lovely viewers, here's where it becomes interactive. So many fans began sharing their own adorable family moments in response, posting pictures of parents with children, couples laughing together, and siblings having fun. The clip sparked a wave of positivity online, with fans tagging it #MinhoandTwins, #FamilyGoals, and #PureJoy. It became more than a viral moment. It became a movement, a celebration of love, family, and presence in a world where people often forget to pause and appreciate these moments. The reaction was so widespread that a few parenting blogs even shared the clip, highlighting Min-ho's playful techniques and gentle approach with his twins. They praised how he balanced fun with attentiveness, how he allowed the children to lead the play, and how he expressed love in small, meaningful gestures. Many parents commented that they would try to emulate his approach, making playtime with their own children more intentional, loving, and present. Lovely viewers, perhaps the most magical part of all this is how it reminded everyone that celebrity or fame doesn't separate people from everyday joys. Min-ho, in that moment, wasn't a global superstar. He wasn't a polished actor on a set. He was a father, a partner, a human being sharing a piece of his heart with the world. And in doing so, he reminded millions that love, laughter, and family are universal experiences we all share. As the clip continued to make rounds on social media, fans began noticing the smallest, most intimate details of the moment, and each tiny action seemed to radiate warmth. One fan pointed out how Min-ho's fingers gently guided his twins' tiny hands as they clumsily tried to stack colorful blocks. The patience he displayed was remarkable. He didn't rush, didn't correct, didn't even nudge them. He simply let them explore, encouraging every little effort with soft claps and laughter. Lovely viewers, it's moments like these that show a father's love isn't about perfection. It's about presence, attention, and letting your children feel safe and celebrated in every step they take. Meanwhile, Hye Kyo's quiet, loving presence added a layer of depth to the clip. She didn't need to speak much. Her soft chuckles, the slight tilt of her head as she watched Min-ho interact with the twins, and the subtle way she adjusted a blanket or picked up a toy reflected the gentle harmony of their family life. Fans were quick to notice how much trust and understanding there was between the two, as though they had an unspoken agreement that their shared joy and care for their children mattered more than anything else in the world. Lovely viewers, the twins themselves were the stars of the show in a way that only children can be. One moment, the older twin crawled over and clung to Min-ho's shoulder, laughing uncontrollably as he made exaggerated silly noises. In another, the younger twin toddled toward him, wobbly but determined, holding a tiny stuffed toy as if to say, "Daddy, look at this!" And Min-ho, without a hint of pretense or hesitation, knelt down, opened his arms, and welcomed both children into his embrace. Fans watching online couldn't handle the cuteness, flooding social media with gifs, emojis, and comments like, "I'm crying, this is too pure," and "He's literally perfect with them." But what made this moment truly magical was how natural and unforced it all felt. There were no scripts, no angles, no camera crews. Just family, just love, just life happening in the most beautiful, ordinary way. Fans could feel it, even through a screen, and that authenticity made the clip all the more cherished. It reminded people that happiness isn't always grandiose or staged. It can be found in small, fleeting moments filled with laughter, trust, and gentle affection. As the video gained traction, more reactions poured in from fans across the world. Some shared personal stories about how watching the clip inspired them to spend more time with their own families. Parents wrote about how they had paused their work, put down their phones, and played with their children in ways they hadn't in months. Others spoke about partners who had been distant or distracted, saying the video motivated them to reconnect and prioritize love in their everyday lives. In this way, a short clip of Min-ho and Hye Kyo became more than just adorable entertainment. It became a movement, inspiring real people to cultivate joy and connection in their own homes. Lovely viewers, another detail that fans adored was Min-ho's playful expressions. From wide, exaggerated smiles to soft, tender glances, each reaction was genuine and full of emotion. He leaned close to his twins when they giggled, made gentle cooing noises when they crawled toward him, and even whispered silly little phrases that made them squeal with delight. Fans immediately recognized that this was not an act or a performance. It was the purest form of fatherly love, unfiltered and radiant. And of course, people couldn't stop commenting on the subtle, affectionate interactions between Min-ho and Hye Kyo in the background. Even if Hye Kyo wasn't speaking, her presence was palpable. The way she tilted her head, the soft, supportive smiles, and the gentle way she interacted with both Min-ho and the twins conveyed an undeniable sense of partnership. Fans described it as watching a real-life fairy tale, where love, respect, and joy were present in every frame, every glance, every giggle. What also touched fans deeply was the fact that Min-ho's engagement with the twins seemed to go beyond playfulness. It was educational and nurturing as well. He would name colors, mimic animal sounds, and encourage exploration in a way that was gentle yet engaging. Every small interaction was a lesson in patience, curiosity, and the importance of making children feel seen and valued. Fans said this inspired them to think about their own interactions with children, whether their own nieces and nephews or younger siblings, and to be more present, more loving, and more attentive. And lovely viewers, the moment the twins simultaneously climbed onto Min-ho's lap and he wrapped his arms around both of them, smiling from ear to ear, the internet collectively melted. It was the perfect balance of chaos, laughter, and love, captured in a way that made fans feel as though they were in the room witnessing it firsthand. Social media exploded with posts like, "I can't handle this level of cuteness," "This is my happiness for the day," and "Protect this family forever." The clip even sparked creative fan edits, overlays with soft music, and heartwarming captions that celebrated the beauty of love, family, and genuine connection. Even beyond the fans, close friends and insiders shared glimpses of what life was like for the couple behind the scenes. They mentioned how Min-ho had become even more patient and attentive since becoming a father, how he often spends hours on the floor playing with the twins, and how Hye Kyo admired his dedication and softness. The way they complemented each other. Min-ho's playful, affectionate energy and Hye Kyo's calm, nurturing presence created a perfect harmony that fans couldn't get enough of. It wasn't just a moment captured on video. It was a reflection of the everyday love, respect, and partnership that define their family life. Lovely viewers, this adorable clip did more than make people smile. It reminded fans that happiness can be found in the simplest, most unassuming moments. A father's gentle touch, a child's laughter, the warmth of shared joy, and the quiet presence of a loving partner. These are the real treasures of life. And watching Min-ho and Hye Kyo experience it together reminded the world of the beauty of everyday love, of being fully present, and of cherishing every small moment as if it were precious gold. As fans continued to gush, the discussion expanded to include wishes for the future. People shared hopes of seeing more glimpses of the twins, more family moments, and perhaps even little behind-the-scenes anecdotes from the couple that showed the full spectrum of their family life.